Hi everyone, welcome to Our 2 Cents. My name is Clinton Smith. I'm the CEO of GCES, and I'm here with Galen Bargerstock, our financial advisor and the president of GCES. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you today, Clinton?
Yeah, I have no complaints. I'm doing really good. I'm excited that this is our now 25th episode of Our 2 Cents. You know, we've been doing this now. This is our 5th trip to record our episodes. We're starting to air in Erie. We're starting to air in Harrisburg, and we're still on airing in Altoona and Johnstown. So we're hitting a lot of different places throughout Pennsylvania, which is going to give us a lot bigger reach and being able to reach a lot more people.
Yeah, no, I agree. I couldn't be happier. And I think that, you know, everybody can agree that no matter what you're watching in a series-wise or Netflix or something, season 2 is always the best.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know, when we started doing this, we were happy to come out here. We were happy to have the opportunity that was given to us to do this. And, you know, we were told to put suits on. But if we ever show up to your house in a suit, there is something seriously wrong. We're probably coming from a funeral or an event that we had to go to wear a suit. But we do not wear suits in our day-to-day business whenever we're meeting with people. So we wanted to give you guys a more real feel of what it is to work with GCES and who we actually are. You know, the suits and stuff that we wore in all of season 1 is not really who we are.
Not at all. I mean, through the years, you know, I dressed up at the beginning. I don't think that I ever really wore a suit. I had a tie, you know, at one point, but, you know, all of this before, you know, the internet caught on, I was driving, you know, and I was driving in my car, so I wanted to be a little bit more comfortable. So polos, khakis, you know, stuff like that.
Now he's doing Zoom appointments in a tank top and gym shorts.
Only if I'm rushed.
Yeah. But, you know, we've learned a lot from doing this. We've had a great response. We've had a lot of clients reach in or reach out and say that they saw us on TV. We don't actually get the TV show where we live. It doesn't air there, so we actually watch it on YouTube and stuff like that. But we wanted to be more authentic and more ourselves. So this season, you're going to see a lot more of what we do and what we're actually like. We don't want to put on the dog and pony show and the monkey suit for you, because that's not us. That's not who we are, you know?
Yeah.
So what do you think that we have learned from doing this? What else have we learned, Galen?
Well, it's like anything in life. Anything is a learning experience. So we learned to add another multitask level into an already hectic, busy work schedule and make it all work and put a smile on our face while we do it, you know? Yeah. So a lot. We learned a lot.
Yeah. We are very blessed to have this opportunity to record these TV shows, and this is a chance for us to have a platform to say the things that we want to say. You know, we've worked very hard to get here. You know, in the beginning, Galen was gone 5 out of 4 weeks of a month to meet with federal employees.
That's what it felt like.
And we've done that for 13, 14, 15 years now.
Yeah.
16, 17 years now that we've been doing this. So, you know, we worked very hard to get here, but I don't want people to feel like we're uppity.
No.
Because we're on a TV show. You know, I grew up in a trailer in Clarksburg, Pennsylvania. And Galen, you grew up in a very similar situation.
Same situation,
we grew up in the sticks.
It's in the middle. We lived in the middle of nowhere. The town that we live in currently, my grandparents lived in Indiana, PA, and you know that was town. That was the big city. My neighbors were Amish, and Amish children didn't really play with us because they had their Amish religion. So it was very, you know, quiet when I grew up.
Although it has changed recently now that the Amish are all breaking out and everything like that. We actually did live near the famous Amish people. Like they were right near us.
No, I had many fun times with the Amish, but you know, don't get me wrong.
But again, when we are deciding who you're going to work with as a financial advisor, it doesn't come down to wanting to work with the smartest person. You want to work with someone that you like, that you're going to want to work with for the rest of your life. You know, whenever we take on clients, we plan to be there for them until they pass. Most of our clients are a little bit older than us. It's getting a lot closer now, that gap, since when we started this. Let me be clear about that. But we've had a lot of awesome clients, and you know, we're planning to be there for them from now until forever.
Yeah, I mean, the relationships that I have with, you know, some of my clients, and the more interaction that I have with anybody, if they're calling asking questions, the more that I'm going to get to know you no matter what. But there are so many people that I've met over the years at the very beginning that were just thinking about retirement that are retiring now. And, you know, I'm happy that I'm still the one that they're talking to, you know, 15 years later about their retirement. And it's great.
Yeah. We've had a lot of great clients in the federal market who have helped us get to where we are today. There are some years that we're over 50% of our business comes from referrals, because when we sit down with federal employees, and anyone really that we sit down with as a clientele, we want to make sure we're doing the best possible thing for them, and we have the fiduciary legal responsibility to do so.
Yeah, I mean, we're on TV right now in all these areas where you're viewing this. You know, you might not know who we are yet, but I guarantee that the post office knows who we are. You know, especially in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. You know, there's a little post office in every single town, and Galen has gone to different places and retired everyone there. Hello, Kerwinsville, PA.
Yeah. There's so many, and right now Philadelphia is, getting hit with, a lot of changes that they're having, and I've had a immense amount of employees reaching out to me from there.
Yeah. So in your own words, why do you think we wanted to change the look and feel of our 2 cents?
I think that, I've actually only watched one episode. I'll be honest. I mean, we're doing this. I know what we're saying. I'm happy with what we're saying. I know it's true. But I watched one episode, and when I watched it, it was a little stuffy to me. We were talking about happy stuff, which, I'm really into talking about happy stuff versus, financial stuff. But it was still in a suit, and it wasn't me. And this is even a little dressy for me, so.
Yeah, I mean, the thing you have to think of is that we wanted to make these changes because this is our opportunity to tell everyone what we want them to hear, and we want them to be comfortable with us, and I'm not comfortable in a suit either. It just doesn't fit right.
Yeah.
Even though I wear stretchy suits that I can do high kicks in, but we've also been losing weight. Can we just bring that up too? If you look back from our first episode, we were both chunky monkeys.
Yeah.
And we saw that first episode, and I was like, wow, my stomach has a curve to it now before it meets my belt. And so we've lost a lot of weight in the last year. Once you watch yourself on camera, you do not want to watch the whole episode. So that's why we have only watched parts of one episode.
True. I mean, COVID did us a little bit dirty. We didn't realize at the time because we were enjoying all of the food that we were eating and stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, now we know, and now we're almost back.
Yeah.
So.
Goodbye to carbs, hello to Ozempic. So guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the different things that we've done at GCES, some of our PR placements, and we want to tell you a little bit about ourselves and toot our own horn, literally, because a lot of people don't know the amazing things that we've been blessed with in our career.
Yeah.
We'll be back in just a moment.
When was the last time you saw your financial professional? Are you getting the most out of the strategy that was created for you? Although you've done a great job finding someone to help plan for your future, are you 100% sure that you were given the right strategy? We can help answer these questions and more with a complimentary second opinion evaluation. We will take a look at what you have in place and then help determine if you're well positioned to get the most out of your future retirement income. In the event that it is not, we can help by making suggestions and showing you how to get on the right path. You wouldn't get just one opinion when it comes to a major health decision, so why would you treat your most important financial decision with such disregard? Call today for your no-cost, no-obligation second opinion evaluation to see if you're getting the most out of your retirement income plan.
Preparing families for retirement, GCES.
When you think about retirement planning, does it sometimes feel like operation procrastination? Don't let life get in the way. You can give your retirement a tune-up today.
There's ins, there's outs, there's ups, there's downs. But when you take control of your finances and retirement, you're making the choice to take advantage of the pros and not the cons. Knowledge is power, and when you understand your retirement, you become the one in control.
No matter where you are in the retirement planning process, we are here to help you. Call today for your own retirement tune-up. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Clinton Smith. This is Our 2 Cents. I'm the CEO of GCS. I'm here with our financial advisor, Galen Bargerstock. He's also our president of GCS. How are you?
Still doing good.
Still doing good. Yeah. You know, this is our 25th episode. It's really exciting that we've gotten to the ability to do this. We're going to talk a little bit about some other stuff that we've already done in the past, which I'm going to go first to our media page. If you go on our website, gces.us/media, you can see all of the places that we've ever been placed in for PR placements, which is public relations. So we've actually had a ton of different places that we've already been in. The first one that was super big that we go back to, I want to say it was 2018 or 2017, was our first article was in the Associated Press.
And do you remember what that was about?
I actually don't, but I was thinking that I should bring them up on our website.
I was just thinking that. I was hoping you weren't going to ask me a question about the Wall Street Journal one, because I don't remember the exact attitude or atmosphere of the article, but I do remember how it made me feel, because when we were flying somewhere and we were at the airport, and I saw somebody reading the Wall Street Journal with a picture of me in it talking about, something. But, that to me was amazing, that I was in the Wall Street Journal and somebody was reading it. So it was intriguing to me. And I knew that people read these articles. We don't just write them, but it was a real full circle moment whenever I got to see that. Yeah.
So I remember this. It was actually really cool. We were actually on our way to Arizona or somewhere. For work.
Yeah.
But our article from the Wall Street Journal was called "The Military Hopes to Spur Savings with a New Retirement Plan." Pulled right off the internet, guys. You can literally go on our website and see all of the articles that we've ever been in. It also goes by what projects we've been in. So we've been in Go Banking Rates, the Good Men Project, Medium, the Wall Street Journal. We've been in the Associated Press 2 different times now. We've been in U.S. News and World Report 9 different times.
Yeah.
That is a lot of times to be in one publication.
Yeah. I remember the Veterans Voice.
Yep, we actually wrote the entire articles for the Veterans Voice. That was in the very beginning. Mm-hmm. We're on WTAJ, WTNH, WTNH as well. We've been in USA Weekly. Was an entire article in USA Weekly just about us.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun path that we're on to actually have this show, and now to be on season 2. It's fantastic, because all of that groundwork that we did and all of the little tiny segments we were doing on the news for years, it really is brought us to where we're at today.
Yeah. And I would like to say that this is the first time that you guys seen us in makeup, but back in 2016, when we decided to do a Facebook Live every week, it was also called Our 2 Cents.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how we came up with the name for our show. Our Facebook Live production that we did every Tuesday at 2 o'clock was called Our 2 Cents. And we did that one Facebook Live video every week for an entire year, which was awesome. Our entire office kind of had that day to help us with the production of that. And it was amazing to see the different places and people that we actually met along the way through doing that.
It was fun, because we interviewed people that you wouldn't think that we would interview, and it was just having the interactions with them. Yeah.
And that, again, is kind of why we want to do this with you guys, and that's why we kind of want to change the look and feel of Our 2 Cents. I remember we actually had a client call us, Galen and I went out to a local brewery, High Levity Brewing. You guys are also in Altoona and Indiana, Pennsylvania, in the viewing area of this show. So we went to Levity Brewing, met with Luke McKelvey, and while we were sitting there, we tried different beers, because it was our St. Patrick's Day episode of Our 2 Cents Live.
Yep.
And do you remember what happened a couple weeks later?
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting in an appointment and somebody kept on asking me about all the different beers that I was drinking. And I'm like, wow, do you really think like I'm an alcoholic or something? Like, why are you asking me all these questions? It didn't click in my head that I just did a live video, literally at the, beer brewery. Which
I remember what he said. You like IPAs and I do too. That's why I called you.
Yeah, no. And my favorite video that we did of all times was, a Facebook Live video where I just went live sitting there with my dog, people were asking questions to me, and I was answering questions, just sitting there, petting my dog Puff. And she's a working girl. She made some money that day.
Yeah, I remember we got a call right after. We did this question and answer segment on Facebook. You guys can look back and see all these videos. We have a ton of fun videos that we did on our YouTube page. Just look up gces.us on YouTube. You can find not only all of our episodes that we record here, but any video that we've ever done in the history of our company. And I actually remember this one specifically that you're talking about because it was during the Game of Thrones night. We tried to do it on Sundays at 9, and we were like, we're just gonna do a question and answer thing. We're gonna make it super simple. And Galen sat there, and of course, no one asked a question. So he's bored, and he's like, let me bring the dog up here. Just sat the dog there and petted it, and we had probably one of the best responses we ever had, where 20 minutes later, we paused Game of Thrones to answer the phone because we had a client call and said, I like dogs too, let's do it. Yeah.
No, it was great.
So, we've done a lot of work to get here. We are also featured. We do a radio show as well on Indiana in the Morning, 1160 WCCS in Indiana with Renda Broadcasting. You can also see all of those videos as well on our YouTube page. They're also on our media page on our website. So go to our website, www.gces. Take a look around. There is a media page that lists all of our publications that we've ever been in, as well as any airings of our TV show and all of the different networks that it airs on and what episode aired where.
Yeah, from suits to this right here, talk about casual. When we do the radio show, we're actually in our workout sweats.
Yeah.
We do the show and then we go directly to the gym afterwards. So it's even more casual. A lot of people have commented about the show. They really like the radios too.
Yeah, I'm sure some people in our town have said something about us showing up to the radio in our gym shorts and our t-shirt, but I could care less what they think.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they're not here, we are.
But we have to be efficient and we only have a certain amount of time in the day. We don't have time to change constantly, so.
Other than when we record these episodes that we change 3 times in an hour and a half, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
So guys, we're super happy that you guys have all been watching these episodes with us. We are going to be bringing back Levi with us this year, Levi Allison, our financial advisor, who showed up in 2 episodes. We got a really good response about him talking about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin is just becoming more and more popular. So we're going to get back on some updates on Bitcoin with Levi this year as well. But what are you looking forward to the most out of season 2?
Out of season 2, I guess what I'm looking for is, expanding the area, the viewing area, so we can have more locations where people can actually start to get to know us. I mean, we are there already marketing in other ways to federal employees, but we don't work with just federal employees. We work with everybody. So at the end of, season 2, I'm hoping that, right now I'd say 70% of our business is federal employees. I'm hoping maybe that's 50%, and we bring in more people that aren't federal employees, maybe teachers, healthcare workers, more of them.
Yeah. And really, honestly, we will work with anyone. Federal employees is where we started. Our name was originally Government and Civil Employee Services. Then we changed it to the acronym GCES, which could stand for Galen and Clint's Everyone Services if you really wanted it to, because we do want to work with everyone. And we realized in the beginning that although we work primarily with federal employees, we look at the whole household whenever we're planning a family's retirement. You retire together as a family or a husband and a spouse. You don't do it separately. It just doesn't work that way. You piggyback on each other's benefits that you can where it works.
Yeah, I mean, 2 federal employees in a household is usually a spectacular pension. So, if people are young and looking, starting out in life, if you could both get federal jobs, that is a great retirement plan, no doubt about it. But like you said, Clint, realistically, most people, there's one federal worker and then somewhere outside. So over the last 15 years, I've always worked with everybody, because I'm working with the entire household.
Yeah.
So.
Guys, we're going to be back in just a moment. We're going to be talking a little bit more about our book, and we are going to be ending this segment with some questions that we have written down that I have no idea what they are. Galen has no idea what they are, but they were written by a financial educator named Kristen Oakley, who also is out here recording episodes with other advisors. We wanted to thank her for doing this, and we're going to read some questions that we don't know what they are, and we're going to answer for them live for you guys right after this. But take a break. We'll be right back. To me, a successful retirement isn't measured by money or amount of dollars that people have. We measure it more on happiness.
If you haven't started your retirement journey, it's good to actually just take the first step. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to commit to anything if you don't want to, but just taking the first step of reaching out and finding out what you have and then going from there. You have to know what you have to know where you're going.
start it sooner rather than later is probably the biggest thing that I would say to people. A lot of people want to wait until they're right at the edge of retirement, and there's not a lot that we can do for a client whenever you want to retire in 30 days. 5 to 10 years before retirement is a lot better. We can do a lot more for people.
The best advice that I can always give somebody is just take the first step and, reach out and ask questions. You're not going to know what to do or what to expect until you ask the questions, and it's non-judgment at our office, so ask away.
As people, we strive for better, from a better house to a better career to a better life for our kids. But when it comes to your retirement, what does better mean to you? More income, a flexible lifestyle, better solutions? A better retirement begins with a plan. To get your complimentary financial analysis, call the number you see here. Your retirement isn't going to plan itself, and this is your opportunity to plan better.
So excited for Levi that he made it into a commercial, guys. That was Levi that you just saw, one of our financial advisors. Awesome for him. He's our resident Bitcoin expert. He has been doing Bitcoin since I think he was even illegally allowed to buy cigarettes.
I don't think, yeah, they changed the cigarette age, so he's just allowed to buy cigarettes, I think, maybe a year.
Yeah. So, one of the things that we also want to talk about is our book, guys. This is kind of our episode where we're just tooting our own horn the whole time. It took us over 2.5 years to write our book and have it published. The story of Carl and Barb is 127 pages of pure fun, is what I would call it. What did you think about the time of writing the book?
Writing the book was the easy part. It was the editing and the artwork and trying to get everything just right to how we perfect. We wanted it perfect, but writing it, getting it down, and all of that. 6 months?
Yeah.
And it was just the rest of the period, all of the compliance.
It probably took us a year of editing and stuff. If anyone wants to learn about an Oxford comma, we know the guy to help you out with that. So, it took us a long time to do our book. And then as soon as we were ready to release it, someone released COVID on the entire world and it kind of went down the drain. We didn't really get to do a good book release, but we have had our book, 127 pages, hardback cover. We give it to all of our clients. So all you have to do is call and make an appointment, and we will give you a copy of our book. It is actually a fun book. It's not very financial related. It's more of a story that revolves around finance and retirement.
Yeah, and the way that I look at it, you are going to laugh, you are going to cry for sure, and you're going to learn something along the way because we are putting a lot of financial stuff into it's a fictional story, but it is, based on a family,
Also, our book is available as an audiobook, so check it out on our website. We've been talking about our website. Go to gces.us. There is a whole page just dedicated to our audiobook. There's a page dedicated to the radio show, and there's a page dedicated to PR publishings that you can take a look at. But next, I want to open these up. These are from Kristen Oakley. She did me a favor of writing down some questions that we could ask each other that neither of us know what they are, and we have 20 seconds to answer each one. So Galen, I am going to ask you the first one. If you could be a contestant on any reality TV or game show, which one would you want to be on and why?
Ooh, well, quick answer would be Survivor, and I don't know why it came into my head, but it would be fun being left in the middle of nowhere and trying to figure it out.
Okay. I think he would probably also be the first to go home.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's my question?
Okay, your first question is, what is a moment or event in your life that you think shaped you the most?
I would say going to the military. The military taught us a lot of discipline and taught me how to clean my house or room every Thursday. We had field days, taught me how to do laundry. We talked about this in the last episode. It's also where I signed up for my first checking account, credit card, and savings plan. So I think the military for both of us, I would think, would be one of those turning points where we really learned a lot. And it also cut the apron strings. We weren't at home anymore. We got out into the world and learned how to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, the biggest thing about the military that I loved was the structure behind it all, like the...
Way to make the question about you.
Okay. Yeah,
we only have 20 seconds.
Okay,
Come on.
Go. You go.
What was your most memorable childhood birthday and why?
Oh, geez. Nothing comes to mind. I would say maybe
Pick an easy one.
16. Turning 16. Yeah, obviously 16 because I got a car for my 16th birthday, so that was I guess memorable because I had wheels.
Yeah. Also, thank you, Aunt Shawnee, for co-signing.
No, my dad got me that car.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, what's the next question?
If you could go back in time and live in a period of history, what would you choose?
The future, I would think. I don't know that I would want to go back in time. No. Nope. I mean, even from the time that we were born till now, rights for people have gotten a lot better than they were in the 90s. And it's a lot better living as I am today, my authentic self, than it was 20 years ago. So I would much rather see the future of a time period that I'd want to live in rather than now.
Yeah.
I would love to go to space, honestly. Anybody wants to take me to Mars, I will go. I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah, I would sign up too.
Yeah. All right, your question. If you could have any superpower for a day, which one would you choose and how would you use it?
I'd want to fly. That one's easy. I would like to fly, and I would just like to go around and see everything. You look down, swoop down in, go across the water like a bird.
My favorite show is X-Men. Can I answer mine? Can I say mine?
I thought we were talking, we didn't have time for this.
Okay, I love the X-Men, and I would want to be Jean Grey. There we go.
Okay.
All right, your turn.
All right. If you could have dinner with any famous person, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Britney Spears.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously.
What are you guys going to have?
Possibly sexual relations if we can get that far. She's my one person that I would turn for. Britney Spears is my diva. Every person has like a diva that they're born under in that sign. And it would be Britney Spears or Lady Gaga, but I would say Britney Spears because she seems like a little bit more fun and she's been dancing with knives recently on her own TikTok reels. So that seems kind of scary, but fun.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand the age gap because I am only 2.5 years older than you and mine is still Madonna, not Britney Spears. So, but I wouldn't sleep with her.
What's something that you believed as a child that now makes you laugh when you think about it?
My aunt made me watch Pet Sematary when I was a child, and I was probably too young to watch it because I jumped into bed because
That was the 80s?
Because I thought somebody was going to cut the back of my heel when I jumped into bed. So I was always concerned that there was somebody underneath the bed going to get me. So, and then I look back and laugh. But yeah, so terrified. Hate that movie.
Yeah. I know, we've even tried to watch the new one, and it's not we're not into horror movies.
No, I gotta
not at
close
all.
my eyes.
Galen loves a nice rom-com and a holiday Hallmark movie.
Yeah, and some ice cream,
Yeah.
Set the tone.
So guys, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank Kristen Oakley for writing these questions out for us. She is a financial educator. You can find her on Instagram, Kristen Oakley, if you want to follow her. She was a huge help. Thank you so much for doing that. Galen, thank you so much for today and being along for the ride.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, Clint.
Is it okay if Britney Spears can be my hall pass?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So Britney, look me up. I'm ready to go.
I'd like to meet her too.
See you guys soon. Have a great day.